Good day, grade 5s. It's Mrs. Sunay. Today we are going to do page 90 in your purple book, Sky Watching. So you can open your books up there. Right, the first part of this page says, discuss these questions with your partner. So you can just find a partner at home who will be able to discuss them with you. Are you interested in the world around you? What are your interests? Have you ever done any sky watching at night? If you have, tell the group what you saw. If you have not done some sky watching, I think this time with your family is a great time to go and lie outside when it's dark and look up at the stars and the sky. Right. So here is a nice little sentence to help us remember the planets, all the names of the planets. So they say, my very energetic mother just served us noodles. Right. So my very energetic mother just served us noodles. Now we will use the first letter of each word, and that will help us remember the planets and their names. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Right, now you can go ahead and say the names of the planets with your partner at home. Right, on page 90, you may now go and read that information text about how to do sky watching. You must read it very carefully because some of the questions may be a bit tricky. Right, so carefully go now and read it. And if you don't understand something, read it again and ask someone to sit with you while you read it so that you understand all the words in this text. Let's answer the questions. Right, page 91. Complete these sentences. Use some of these words or phrases to help you. Right, so some of these phrases might be a bit difficult, but try to figure them out because at the end of week 3 and 4 you will have all the answers. For now, I want you to try and find the meaning of these phrases and where they fit into these sentences. So the first phrase is concealed from sight. So try and think about the word concealed, and that means you are out of sight. So if you are concealed, you are not out in the open, right? Then consent or approval, puzzling or bewildering, patterns or groups, and advice. Now you must complete these sentences, but just remember that you don't just fill in the word or phrase. You may add other words so that your sentences makes sense. When a teacher gives you pointers about something, pointers, that's like hints, okay? And that in itself is a hint for you. Getting permission from your parents means what? When a star is invisible, we can't see it. It is the constellations of stars in the sky are, and it's very interesting. I think you should go with your parents and find out a bit more about constellations because that is very interesting. Something is confusing when complete the sentences. Right, let's continue. The text about sky watching is an information text or an informative text, which means it gives us information. How is an informative text different from a passage that tells us a story? So if you think about information, if someone gives you information about something and someone tells you a story, what is the difference? And remember your capital letter and full stop. The second question, what is this text about? Right? So what does this text tell us? You may use the heading at the top of the page as a hint as well. Then the text has some subheadings. Write them down here. So we have done this earlier in the year. A heading is the big name on the top of a story or an article which we have done lots of. A subheading, those are the smaller headings inside of the text, right? So go and find them in the text and write them down here. Why are they written in bold? Bold means why are those headings or subheadings written in a darker color than the rest of the words? Write a sentence saying what information is written under the first subheading. So now you go and find the first subheading or the first heading that is written in a darker color or another color than the other words, and then summarize what it is about. All the information that you find under that subheading, what does it tell you about? Right, the information under the second subheading. So now we go and search for not the first, but the second subheading. And then we underline what it is more about. Is it about telescopes and binoculars? Is it about the weather, friends and family, or general requirements, which means general things that we will be needing when we want to do sky watching? So we can just underline the correct answer there neatly with our ruler. The final question says, make up 5 questions that you would like to ask your partner about the universe. So someone at home, what would you like to ask them about the universe? Now the universe is very big, so you can think of lots of questions here. Write them down, number them, and don't forget your question marks. Very important, remember our punctuation. If we ask a question, we always need a question mark at the end of the sentence. That is all the work that you need to do for today. I hope you have fun with this activity and nice discussions with your family about the universe. If you need any help, you are more than welcome to contact me.